Join us as we honor the stars, visionaries, and icons who passed between March 1st and 5th, 2022 in the United States. Johnny Brown, he was born in June 1937 and he died in March 2022. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American actor, comedian, and singer, he was a regular cast member on the comedy show Laugh-In. He is best remembered for his role as Nathan Bookman, the affable building superintendent on the 1970s sitcom Good Times. Brown was also a recording artist and a frequent nightclub performer. Mitchell Ryan, he was born in January 1934 and he died in March 2022. His age was 88 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was congestive heart failure. A prolific American actor with a career spanning over 6 decades in films, television, and theater. He was known for playing Edward Montgomery on the sitcom Derma and Greg and the villainous General Peter McAllister in Lethal Weapon. Ryan also had a notable early role on the soap opera Dark Shadows. Tim Considine, he was born in December 1940 and he died in March 2022. His age was 81 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American actor who rose to fame as a child star in the 1950s with Disney Productions. He starred as Spin Evans in The Adventures of Spin and Marty and as Frank Hardy in the Hardy Boys serials. As a young adult, he played Mike Douglas, the eldest son on the popular sitcom My Three Sons. Conrad Janis, he was born in February 1928 and he died in March 2022. His age was 94 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American actor and jazz trombonist, he was best known for his role as Fred McConnell, Mindy's father on the popular sitcom Mork and Mindy. In addition to his acting, Janis was a passionate and accomplished Dixieland jazz musician, leading his own band in New York. Roger Grave, he was born in April 1936 and he died in March 2022. His age was 85 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. An American-born British documentary filmmaker known for his pioneering fly-on-the-wall style. He gained unprecedented access to various institutions, including prisons, hospitals, and police forces. His films, such as the Police series, offered an unfiltered look at the inner workings of British society. Alan Ladd Jr., he was born in October 1937 and he died in March 2022. His age was 84 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was kidney failure. An American film industry executive and producer who had a profound impact on cinema. As an executive at 20th Century Fox, he famously greenlit George Lucas's Star Wars when other studios passed. He later won an Academy Award for Best Picture as a producer for Braveheart. Walter Mears, he was born in January 1935 and he died in March 2022. His age was 87 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. An American journalist and author who was one of the most respected political reporters of his time. He spent 45 years with the Associated Press, covering 11 presidential campaigns. Mears won the 1977 Pulitzer Prize for national reporting on his coverage of the 1976 presidential election. Denroy Morgan, he was born in May 1945 and he died in March 2022. His age was 76 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. A Jamaican-American reggae artist who was a pioneer of the genre in the United States. He was the lead singer of the Black Eagles before launching a solo career. He's best known for his 1981 crossover hit, I'll Do Anything for You, which was a major success on the R&B and dance charts. Jimbo Hinson, he was born in October 1952 and he died in March 2022. His age was 73 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a stroke. An American country music singer and songwriter, he wrote songs for many artists, including the Oak Ridge Boys, who had a hit with his song Fancy Free. Hinson also co-wrote songs for artists like David Lee Murphy and Kathy Mattea. Elsa Clench, she was born in February 1930 and she died in March 2022. Her age was 92 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An Australian-American fashion journalist who was one of the first and most influential hosts to bring high fashion to television. Her weekly CNN program, Style with Elsa Clench, ran for over 2 decades. She provided global audiences with an inside look at runways and designers. Warner Mack, he was born in April 1935 and he died in March 2022. His age was 86 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American country music singer and songwriter who had a string of hits in the 1950s and 60s. His biggest hit was the 1965 chart topper, The Bridge Washed Out. He was also a successful songwriter, penning Is It Wrong for Loving You, which was a hit for him and later for Sonny James. Herbert Kellman, he was born in March 1927 and he died in March 2022. His age was 94 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An Austrian-born American psychologist and professor at Harvard University. He was a leading figure in the field of social psychology, specializing in conflict resolution and peace studies. Kellman was known for his work in facilitating unofficial problem-solving workshops between Israelis and Palestinians. Kenneth Duberstein, he was born in April 1944 and he died in March 2022. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American political advisor who served as White House Chief of Staff during the final years of Ronald Reagan administration from 1988 to 1989. He played a key role in shepherding Reagan's legislative agenda. After his government service, he became a successful lobbyist and corporate consultant. Andrea Daniluk, she was born in March 1963 and she died in March 2022. Her age was 59 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was pancreatic cancer. An American computer scientist and the Mary A. and William Witt Warren Professor of Computer Science at Williams College. She was a prominent educator and a leader in efforts to widen participation in computing research. She received the 2022 A. Nico Haberman Award posthumously for her work. Thomas B. Hayward, he was born in May 1924 and he died in March 2022. His age was 97 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. A United States Navy admiral who served as the 21st Chief of Naval Operations from 1978 to 1982, a naval aviator, he flew missions in both the Korean and Vietnam Wars. As CNO, he worked to rebuild the Navy following the post-Vietnam era. Peter Marcuse, he was born in November 1928 and he died in March 2022. His age was 93 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. A German-born American lawyer and professor of urban planning, he taught for many years at Columbia University and was a prominent Marxist scholar. He was an expert on housing, gentrification, and social justice in urban development. Adrienne L. Kepler, she was born in July 1935 and she died in March 2022. Her age was 86 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An American anthropologist who was a curator of oceanic ethnology at Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History. She was a leading expert on Tongan culture, dance, and the voyages of Captain James Cook. Her research focused on the intersection of social structure, music, and art. E. William Henry. He was born in March 1929 and he died in January 2022. His age was 92 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American attorney who was appointed by President John F. Kennedy to chair the Federal Communications Commission (FCC) from 1963 to 1966. He was known for his critical view of television, famously calling it a vast wasteland in a speech to broadcasters. Yuan Chi Chao. He was born in September 1924 and he died in March 2022. His age was 97 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from a stroke. A Chinese-American probabilitist and professor at Columbia University, he was a leading figure in the field of probability theory, particularly known for his work on optimal stopping. He co-authored the influential book The Great Expectations, The Theory of Optimal Stopping. Catherine Lucy. She was born in October 1929 and she died in March 2022. Her age was 92 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An American activist and educator who, in 1956, became the first African-American student to attend the University of Alabama. Although she was expelled 3 days later after a white mob rioted, her legal challenge paved the way for desegregation. The university later awarded her a master's degree in 1992. Jim Denomy. He was born in 1955 and he died in March 2022. His age was 67 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. A Native American artist known for his vibrant, narrative, and often humorous paintings. His work provided a critical and satirical commentary on United States history, pop culture, and indigenous settler relations. He received numerous awards for his contributions to contemporary art. Robert John Rose. He was born in February 1930 and he died in March 2022. His age was 92 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American prelate of the Roman Catholic Church, he served as the bishop of the Diocese of Gaylord from 1981 to 1989. He was then appointed bishop of the Diocese of Grand Rapids, where he served from 1989 until his retirement in 2003. Katie Meyer. She was born in January 2000 and she died in March 2022. Her age was 22 at the time of her death. She took her own life. A promising American college soccer player who was the team captain and goalkeeper for the Stanford University women's soccer team. In 2019, she was the hero of the NCAA championship game, making key saves in a penalty shootout to win the national title. Her death brought attention to mental health issues among student athletes. George DeLeon. He was born in May 1948 and he died in March 2022. His age was 73 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American football coach with a long career at both the collegiate and professional levels. He was an assistant coach at Syracuse University for many years, helping develop the freeze option offense. He also served as an assistant coach for several NFL teams, including the San Diego Chargers and Cleveland Browns. Shane Olivia. He was born in October 1981 and he died in March 2022. His age was 40 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was hypertensive heart disease. An American professional football player who was an offensive tackle. He played college football at Ohio State, where he was part of the 2002 national championship team. He was drafted by the San Diego Chargers and started 57 games for the team. Terry Cooney, he was born in April 1933 and he died in March 2022. His age was 88 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American umpire in Major League Baseball who worked in the American League from 1974 to 1992. He officiated in the 1981 World Series and several All-Star games. He was famously involved in an incident where he ejected pitcher Roger Clemens during the 1990 ALCS. Roy Winston, he was born in September 1940 and he died in March 2022. His age was 81 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American professional football player who was a linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings. He played his entire 15-season NFL career with the Vikings from 1962 to 1976. He was a key member of the famed Purple People Eaters defense and played in all 4 Super Bowls that the Vikings reached. Joel Gerber, he was born in July 1940 and he died in March 2022. His age was 81 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American judge who served on the United States Tax Court for over 35 years. He was first appointed by President Ronald Reagan in 1984. He served as chief judge of the court from 2004 to 2006 and assumed senior status until his retirement. Honor their memory by leaving a like, sharing your favorite remembrance in the comments, and subscribing for more journeys through the lives of legends.